News headquarters. Setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
Welcome. You're watching 6 Stories at 6 with me, Akanksha Khajuria. And this evening, we are keeping our focus on the big dare that has come in from the Election Commission of India to Rahul Gandhi on his vote chori charge, asking him once again to give proof or apologize to the people of the nation. And then to our good news for the people of the national capital, 2 highway projects have been inaugurated by the Prime Minister today. We'll tell you more about that. And then to Jammu and Kashmir, where another cloudburst has struck a remote village in Katwa district, claiming 7 lives. And then we will show you the CCTV footage of a firing at the residence of YouTuber Elvish Yadav. A gang has claimed the responsibility. We'll get you more updates on that as well. And then to our space hero, Shubhanshu Shukla, who has come back to India now, and he will be meeting Prime Minister Modi very soon. We'll keep you updated on that. And lastly, in Karnataka, mystery in Dharmasthala mass burial case has deepened. Now, political war of words has also started. These are the top 6 stories that we are tracking this evening. Let's get started. First up, with the Election Commission of India that has come out swinging against Rahul Gandhi for his vote chori charge. The poll body has now issued a point-by-point rebuttal, calling this an attempt to mislead the voters and daring Rahul Gandhi to give proof or apologize to the people of the nation. And the fact check has come on the day when Rahul Gandhi, along with several other opposition leaders from Bihar and other states as well, are carrying out a Vote Adhikar Yatra in the state of Bihar. Here's more.
Election Commission versus Rahul Gandhi has escalated. The poll body has drawn a red line, taking strong exception to Rahul Gandhi's vote theft charge. A strong point-by-point rebuttal and a firm warning given to Gandhi on the day he is carrying Vote Adhikar Yatra in Bihar. The Chief Election Commissioner said Rahul Gandhi's remarks were not just misleading, but a deliberate attempt to undermine faith in the electoral process.
जमीनी स्तर पर सभी मतदाता, सभी राजनीतिक दल और सभी बूथ लेवल ऑफिसर्स मिलकर एक पारदर्शी तरीके से कार्य कर रहे हैं, सत्यापित भी कर रहे हैं, हस्ताक्षर भी कर रहे हैं और वीडियो टेस्टिमोनियल्स भी दे रहे हैं। लोकसभा के चुनाव की प्रक्रिया में 1 करोड़ से भी अधिक कर्मचारी, 10 लाख से भी अधिक बूथ लेवल एजेंट्स, 20 लाख से भी अधिक प्रत्याशियों के पोलिंग एजेंट्स चुनाव के लिए कार्य करते हैं। इतने सारे लोगों के समक्ष इतनी पारदर्शी प्रक्रिया में क्या कोई भी मतदाता वोट की चोरी कर सकता है? कानून के अनुसार अगर समय रहते मतदाता सूचियों में त्रुटियां साझा न की जाएं, मतदाता द्वारा अपना प्रत्याशी चुनने के 45 डेज के भीतर माननीय उच्च न्यायालय में चुनाव याचिका दायर न की जाए और फिर वोट चोरी जैसे गलत शब्दों का इस्तेमाल करके जनता को गुमराह करने का असफल प्रयास किया जाए, तो यह भारत के संविधान का अपमान नहीं तो और क्या है?
The opposition had trained its guns at the EC over the special intensive revision of electoral rolls in Bihar. Countering them, the Chief of Election Commission said SIR will be carried out in other states just like in Bihar.
जहां तक वेस्ट बंगाल के SIR की तारीख की बात है, हम तीनों कमिश्नर्स एक उचित समय देखकर उसका निर्णय लेंगे कि कब वेस्ट बंगाल में होना है या देश के अन्य राज्यों में कब होना है। उसकी तारीखों का ऐलान आने वाले समय में उचित समय पर किया जाएगा।
Hitting back at the critics, the Election Commission said enough time was given to all parties to file objections to the special revision exercise, but none were submitted. The face-off is far from over, but the Election Commission has drawn its battle lines with facts.
So now it remains to be seen how the Congress party will react to this. Will Rahul Gandhi apologize or will he actually submit proof, as has been asked by the Election Commission of India? Well, only the time will tell. And now shifting our focus to the national capital in a major infra push to ease the traffic congestion and reduce the travel time across Delhi and several other cities in the national capital region, Prime Minister Narendra Modi today inaugurated two major projects, a key stretch, the Urban Extension Road 2 and the Delhi section of the Dwarka Expressway. And both of these projects, with a combined cost of 11,000 crore rupees, reflect Prime Minister's vision of creating world-class infra that enhances the ease of living, not just in the national capital but across the nation. Here's more.
In a major infrastructure push to ease traffic congestion and reduce travel time across Delhi and the national capital region, Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated two major projects, a key stretch of the Urban Extension Road 2 and the Delhi section of the Dwarka Expressway. The two projects, with a combining cost of rupees 11,000 crore, reflect Prime Minister Modi's vision of, quote, creating world-class infrastructure that enhances ease of living. During the inauguration, the Prime Minister was accompanied by Delhi's Chief Minister Rekha Gupta, Haryana's Chief Minister Nayab Singh Saini and Union Road Transport Minister Nitin Gadkari.
आजादी के इसी महोत्सव के बीच आज देश की राजधानी दिल्ली देश में हो रही विकास क्रांति की साक्षी बन रही है। थोड़ी देर पहले दिल्ली को द्वारका एक्सप्रेसवे और अर्बन एक्सटेंशन रोड की कनेक्टिविटी मिली है। इससे दिल्ली के, गुरुग्राम के, पूरे एनसीआर के लोगों की सुविधा बढ़ेगी।
The new link road will reduce travel time from Indira Gandhi International Airport to various points in southwest and northwest Delhi by 40 to 60%.
साथियों, अर्बन एक्सटेंशन रोड की एक और विशेषता है, ये दिल्ली को कूड़े के पहाड़ों से भी मुक्त करने में मदद कर रही है। अर्बन एक्सटेंशन रोड को बनाने में लाखों टन कचरा काम में लाया गया है, यानी कूड़े के पहाड़ को कम करके उसे वेस्ट मटेरियल का इस्तेमाल सड़क बनाने में किया गया है और वैज्ञानिक तरीके से किया गया है।
Prime Minister Modi also lauded Delhi's Chief Minister's governance for desilting Yamuna and launching electric buses in the national capital.
क्यों? मुझे खुशी है कि रेखा गुप्ता जी के नेतृत्व में बहुत कम समय में ही दिल्ली में 650 देवी इलेक्ट्रिक बसें शुरू की गई है। और इतना ही नहीं, भविष्य में भी इलेक्ट्रिक बसें एक बहुत बड़ी मात्रा में करीब 2000 का आंकड़ा पार कर जाएगी।
Prime Minister Modi's infrastructure push is set to decongest the national capital in coming days.
And this is a big infra push that will make sure that the distance between the IJ airport and the key stretches across the National Capital Region will now come down and may also help in reducing the pollution in the coming days as well, because of the reduction in the congestion across National Capital as well. This is good news for the people of the National Capital. And now shifting our focus to Jammu and Kashmir, days after a massive cloud burst hit a remote village in Jammu and Kashmir's Kishtwar district, claiming about 65 lives. Another cloud burst has now struck a remote village in Jammu and Kashmir's Katwa district last night, leaving at least 7 people dead and 6 injured. We're learning that right now Army and SDRF, that is State Disaster Response Team, are at the spot and they are digging through the rubble to find out the bodies of those who could be there. Have a look at this ground report.
Another night, another tragedy in Jammu and Kashmir. Days after a massive cloud burst hit Kishtwar district, claiming over 60 lives, a remote village in Katwa district faced nature's wrath. A deadly cloud burst turned the silence of night into screams of fear. 7 people killed, 6 others injured, homes swept, roads washed away, and several lives shattered.
कठुआ में जो है रात में हेवी रेन हुआ है, तो उसकी वजह से जंगलोट वाले एरिए में वहाँ पर फ्लैश फ्लड रहा है, जिसके अंदर कुछ घरों में जो लैंडस्लाइड हुआ है उसमें अभी तक 7 लोगों की डेथ हो चुकी है। इवैक्यूएशन जो SDRF, आर्मी, JK पुलिस और सिविल एडमिशन लगे हुए हैं, इंजर्ड है जो उनको इवैक्यूएटेड किया है। अभी वहाँ सिचुएशन ठीक है। जब 7 लोग स्लाइडिंग में थे उनको निकाल दिया गया है जो कि डेड है, बाकी सभी लोगों का इवैक्यूएशन कर दिया।
Indian Army, State Disaster Response Force and police are working on a war footing, digging through the mud and debris to locate more people. Compensation of 2 lakh rupees has been announced for the kin of deceased. And meanwhile, 300 kilometers away in Kishtwar district, many still remain missing. On day 4 of rescue operations, search teams continue to locate more dead bodies.
किश्तवाड़ में जारी रिलीफ और रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशन में अब NDRF की तरफ से 2 स्पेशल डॉग्स जो हैं, जो इनकी केनाइन स्क्वाड है, उसे लगाया जा रहा है। ये जो है ये लक्ष्य है और ये चेरी है। इन दोनों को अब रिलीफ और रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशंस में लगाया जाएगा ताकि अगर कोई व्यक्ति जिंदा जो है ज़मीन में फंसा हुआ है तो उसे निकाला जा सके। लगातार बारिश से जो है इस ऑपरेशन में काफ़ी ज़्यादा चुनौतियाँ आई हैं, लेकिन सभी चुनौतियों से पार पाते हुए सुरक्षा बल लगातार जिंदगियों की तलाश में है और इस सब तलाश में 2 नए नाम शामिल हुए हैं, वो हैं चेरी और लक्ष्य।
अभी हमने एक बॉडी रिकवर की है और फीमेल डेड बॉडी है, उसको हमने अभी एम्बुलेंस के थ्रू भेज दिया है और बाकी लोग काम में लगे हैं और उम्मीद है कि हम अच्छा काम कर पाएंगे।
जो बड़े बोल्डर थे वहाँ पर कुछ ब्रेक थ्रू मिला है?
बिल्कुल, अभी ब्रेक थ्रू तो ये नहीं है कि भाई काम तो चल ही रहा है, ब्रेकर्स भी लगे हुए हैं, उनको ब्रेकआउट करेंगे। पत्थर तोड़ने के बाद ही जो है नीचे का हम बता सकते हैं कि क्या रिकवरी हो सकती है।
Another night of rain, another morning of ruins in Jammu and Kashmir.
And this is the second such incident in the last 4 days. The rescue operation continue on war footing there. Many deaths, many people are still missing in Jammu and Kashmir. And now shifting our focus, gunshots, CCTV visuals and a gangster warning social media star. Elvish Yadav finds himself in the crosshairs of Himanshu Bhau gang. 26 rounds were fired outside his Gurugram residence today. The gang has now openly claimed responsibility, issuing a chilling threat to all those accused of promoting betting. So is Elvish Yadav the latest target of Delhi NCR's most feared gang? Have a look at this report to find out.
"26 rounds of gunfire, 3 bike-borne assailants, 1 social media star, Elvish Yadav's residence in Gurugram. CCTV confirms the first suspect fired 19 rounds, the second fired 7. CCTV visuals show 3 bike-borne assailants opening fire at Yadav's house in Gurugram. At the time of the incident, Yadav was not at home, only his caretaker was inside. In fact, Elvish Yadav's father also spoke to the media. Listen in.
कैमरे में देखा कि भाई तो पता लगा वो आपके सामने हो चुकी है सारी चीज़ें कि भाई 2-3 थे और उसके बाद हमने पुलिस को फ़ोन कर दिया। पुलिस अपना काम कर रही है, सारी टीमें टाइम पर आ गई थी और अपना टेस्ट कर रही है। शायद कोई किसी प्रकार की अब तक कोई आज तक तो कोई है नहीं, अभी तक तो किसी प्रकार की हमें कोई धमकी नहीं, ना कोई मैसेज है, वो अपने काम से बाहर है।
भाऊ गैंग का कहना है कि एल्विस सट्टेबाजी को प्रमोट कर रहा था इसलिए हमने गोली मारी है।
देखो जी, मैं तो अभी इस बारे में कुछ नहीं कह सकता, मुझे पता नहीं, मैं रीड करके पढ़ के जब बता पाऊँ। नहीं मेरी उससे मेरी बात हुई, मैंने पूछा था बेटा ठीक है, बोला हाँ मैं ठीक है।
Shortly after, the Himanshu Bao gang claimed responsibility.
You can see towards my right there is one camera and towards my left there is another camera. Here you can see the DVRs of these CCTV cameras have been recovered by the Gurugram police, and the Gurugram police is trying to decode that who those three assailants were who came on bike from the left side. I would like to move a little bit forward and show you the visuals towards my left. From here, this is where the location was. They came on a bike, all three of them. One person was just sitting on the bike and two others moved forward and started firing at least 18 to 20 rounds of gunshots, in which what we have seen that the Gurugram police so far has not apprehended any persons, but right now a case has formally been launched by the father of Elvish Yadav.
The gang accused Elvish of ruining homes by promoting betting. This is not the first time the Bhau gang has unleashed gun terror. In December 2023, Bhau's shooters fired 40 rounds at a real estate agent in Dwarka demanding extortion.
So this very morning after the incident, what we have seen when we were over here, Elvish Yadav's father has come out from his residence and he has spoke to all of us, to the media, and in which he has said that there was no prior threat given to Elvish Yadav. But here you can see the bullet marks on the terrace of this very apartment. So it's very clear that this unfortunate incident took place. Very famous social media faces across Gurugram, and what we have got to know that earlier this month another incident took place in which a financier who was a very close aide of Rahul Fazulpuria, he was shot dead brutally in the broad daylight. And that raises eyebrows. And what we have seen that even if you see in the month of July itself, there was another incident took place on July 15th when Rahul Fazulpuria's car was attacked. So right now the Gurugram police is trying to establish the link between these three incidents, because today one unfortunate incident took place in which Elvish Yadav was not present at his residence, and what we have seen that over 20 rounds were fired at his residence.
In March 2024, indiscriminate firing at a liquor shop in Panipat. In May, gunfire at Tilak Nagar car showroom, all cases under MCOCA. In June, a gangster killed at a Rajouri Garden fast food outlet. In September, yet another firing outside a car showroom in Narayana. The gang has also been targeting famous social media faces. On July 15th, bullets were fired at singer Rahul Fazulpuria's car. On August 6, Fazulpuria's close aide Rohit Shaukin was shot dead in broad daylight. The murder claimed by gangster Sunil Sardhania of the same Bhau gang. Now, after Fazulpuria, is Bigg Boss OTT winner Elvish Yadav the next big target? Gurugram police are probing which gang is behind this latest attack and the motive. For now, the Himanshu Bao gang has sent out its warning loud and clear.
And this is not the first time that the Bao gang has targeted someone, and this time it is Elvish Yadav. The motive is clear, and the investigation will bring out more details. And now shifting our focus, India's space hero is back home. Group captain Shubhanshu Shukla, the second Indian to travel to space and the first one to reach the International Space Station, has returned to the grand welcome in the national capital. His mission has sparked celebration across the nation, with the parliament set to hold a special discussion in his honor. Shukla will also meet Prime Minister Narendra Modi in the coming days. Here's more on that.
A billion hearts swelled with pride as the India space hero, Shubhanshu Shukla, set foot on Indian soil after his historic space mission. From the skies back to the motherland, Delhi airport turned into a stage of celebration. Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh, Delhi CM Rekha Gupta, ISRO chairman V. Narayanan, all present to receive the man who carried India's dream to the stars. Shubhanshu, India's second space astronaut and the first to reach International Space Station, returned after 18 days in orbit, where he conducted more than 60 experiments from space farming to microlodge studies. His return has not only stirred national pride, but also Parliament, which will hold a special session in his honor, acknowledging his mission as a defining leap for India's space journey. Shubhanshu is scheduled to meet Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who hailed him as the face of billion aspirations, linking his mission to ISRO's next big frontier, Gaganyaan. Emotional yet triumphant, Shubhanshu said the mission may be over, but the journey of India's space ambitions has only begun. Shubhanshu Shukla's return is not just homecoming, it is India's moment in history.
So all eyes will be on that crucial meeting between Shubhanshu Shukla and the Prime Minister, and also on the Parliament as well, as a special, discussion will be held on this as well. And now shifting our focus out of weeks of digging and a massive claim by a masked man, the focus is back on Dharmasthala, but this time it is because of the political furor of the recent developments that have been whipped up. After a massive war of words in Karnataka Assembly, the Bharatiya Janata Party's state chief has arrived in the sacred town, launching a massive protest against what he claims is a concerted effort to tarnish the reputation of Dharmasthala's Dharmadhikari and hurt the Hindu sentiments as well. Watch this.
The sacred land of Dharmasthala is back under the spotlight, not because of the excavations, but because of what's happening in the aftermath. It has now become the center of a political storm. Amid allegations of misinformation, the BJP has stepped forward to defend the holy shrine. BJP State President B.Y. Vijendra is in Dharmasthala. This morning at 7 a.m, Vijendra had darshan of Lord Manjunatha Swami. He offered special puja at the sanctum and later met Dharmadhikari Dr. D. Virendra Hegade. Vijendra is not alone in the show of faith and strength. He is joined by BJP MLAs and Legislative Council members. In fact, the Karnataka BJP chief alleged that the masked man's unsubstantiated claims have hurt the sentiments of Hindus and Dharmasthala devotees.
Honorable Chief Minister and Honorable Home Minister to take up this false propaganda very seriously, and proper investigation has to be carried out. Lakhs and lakhs of Bhaktadis, they have been hurt, their sentiments has been hurt because of this false propaganda. Entire episode has to be thoroughly investigated. Matlab, the person who have given the complaint and the leftist or whatever, who are the forces working behind this, everything needs to be investigated. This is the demand by BJP.
Hundreds of party workers too reached Dharmasthala in solidarity. Meanwhile, MLA S.R. Vishwanath has launched a rally to save Dharmasthala. From Bengaluru to Dharmasthala, his convoy of vehicles carried a loud message: Our Dharma, our right. Flex boards, slogans and protests filled the temple town, with party leaders declaring that Dharmasthala is sacred and will be protected at all costs. In the face of rising misinformation, BJP leaders now stand shoulder to shoulder with Dharmasthala, turning faith, politics and protest into one powerful spectacle.
And this is all we could pack for you in this bulletin of 6 stories at 6. We'll be back tomorrow with more such stories. Till then, keep watching Republic TV.
Our pure Shahi Paneer Masala. Delicious, healthy, every day.
13,000 placements last year. At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking and proactive professionals.
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
भारत की अपनी दुकान इंडिया सोना, अपने देश का सामान इंडिया सोना, इंडिया सोना, इंडिया सोना। थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा, सबका राजा आरती मसाला।
Sarah, this is your space. Play it your way.
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला।